Welcome to the Harris Show. I'm your host, Jamal Radio Raheem, with my sister and co-host Angie Ang. So we
Good.
just
What's
about to
up?
freestyle this shit. So there's a lot of stuff that's been happening in the world, and we just going to avoid it and try to make light of a lot of situations. So I don't even know where to start. Let's start with the Apple Music list.
Mm-hmm.
By the time this come out, the list would have been a couple weeks old.
Weeks, yeah.
Um, did you see the whole list?
I didn't. I'm about to pull it right now. I
So
saw. I
I'm gonna just give you some snippets.
okay.
Confessions was number 94 or 5.
It was 95. I remember.
So
What
they
the
have
fuck?
no Whitney Houston, no Mariah Carey, no Dolly Parton, the Beyonce album that they had in the top 10.
Lemonade is 9. Is or
I
10.
completely agree. I disagree with that one.
That is not. I'm sorry. That
Um, they had only one Jay-Z album, and it's The Blueprint, which might not be his best album. Um,
Kendrick made top 10. Wow.
yeah, and To Pimp a Butterfly wasn't on there. That's crazy, right?
Blonde.
Okay, there we go. That's the one I wanted to get to.
Number
Do
5.
you? Is it just me, or is Blonde highly
Overrated.
overrated?
I I liked Blonde, but there's no way in any type of universe it would be top 5 albums of all time. And no way, no disrespect to Frank Ocean because I think Blonde is a good album. And I don't know, people love Blonde, like
Yeah.
love Blonde. I'm like, I did not have that same reaction to Blonde. Um, I do love some of the songs on there, Godspeed, Nikes, Pink and White,
Ivy's a good song.
Ivy's good, Nights, but top 5 over. Okay, they're saying Usher's Confessions isn't better than Blonde.
Like,
Is
get the fuck out of here. Blonde is not even. And when I say this, Blonde's not Frank Ocean's best album.
it's not.
It's not even his best album. I don't care what people say. Blonde is not Frank Ocean's best album.
Yeah,
So for that to crop the top 5 to be over What's Going On by Marvin Gaye
yeah,
is
no,
fucking
that's
blasphemy.
very disrespectful.
That is blasphemy.
That's so disrespectful.
That, like, I was over the list after I saw where they placed Confessions, because I personally think that you can make an argument that's the greatest R&B album of all time.
Confessions is a beautiful album.
Like 90 something.
Yeah, Thriller at number 2 is interesting. I love me some Michael, but
Off the Wall wasn't on the list.
number 2,
The list is, and I get music is subjective.
it is. That's why I'm wondering who the fuck made this list.
Music is subjective, but I need to know people's reasoning for not having certain albums on there. To not have a Whitney album on there. And I personally don't think Whitney Houston
I know.
has a great album.
I know.
I don't think she don't have a classic. She has great albums. I don't want to get my words messed up.
Yeah.
She doesn't have a classic album. But one of her albums, goddamn, it should have been in the top 100. Even if it was 100. To not have Mariah Carey on there is craziness.
Respectful.
That's crazy.
How many
That's
Beyonce
crazy.
albums do they have on it?
They
Just
have
one?
Beyonce and Lemonade.
Okay. That's interesting.
That's interesting. Okay.
They put Beyonce and Lemonade over 4. It was crazy.
Well, four is
Or
my favorite Beyonce album. So,
all right.
I
All
honestly,
right. Who made this list? How did
I
they come
think
up with it?
personally that, like, Lemonade is like seen so highly, how
Mm-hmm.
it's seen because of how it came out and like
Yeah.
what was said and the cultural
Yeah.
impact.
Oh, for sure.
I think as an album though, song wise, that album might not even crack my top 5 Beyonce albums.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mm-hmm.
don't understand some of these placements. A Seat at the Table was in the 90s too.
I love A Seat at the Table. And also too, I'm like, who Was this a person of color who made this list?
It's a whole bunch of people
Oh,
made the list, but the thing
you know,
is,
the table is not gonna sit
that's what
well
I
with.
said about that album. I said A Seat at the Table is an album that I understand if white people don't have that album as high on their list as I
Yeah,
do. I
yeah.
don't understand Confessions.
Confessions is like universal. Like
I don't understand that one.
that's everybody can love Confessions. Okay. Lord Jesus.
I think
Music.
these lists, I think lists, I enjoy lists because it always gives me content. Even this one, I was like, I'm not making content on this,
Yeah.
even though we are literally talking about it. But I'm not making content on my TikTok about it. I'm making my own list.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the time this come out, my list will probably be out. I'm doing the top 25 albums R&B of the 70s, then the 80s, then the 90s, and y'all get it.
Yeah. And there's always gonna be someone who don't agree with you because obviously, everyone has their own opinion. But I think there's certain albums that we can all agree to. And
yeah.
Confessions is one of those albums. But that's what I'm like, I don't know. That's when I think race is an interesting thing that comes into play when you're thinking about this type of music because you receive different albums differently. As a Black woman listening to like Ari Lennox, I'm sure a white woman would not feel the same way about it.
Yeah, like Shea Butter Baby
Yeah, like
is going to
certain
hit
albums
different
are gonna hit a little differently. Yeah.
than some Madonna, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm like lists are very, very interesting. But I also love seeing other people's lists. But when I saw the Confessions, I was like, this
I was like Confessions in the
right.
90s.
This is crazy. I'm
I
sorry.
was like, are they starting from the top? Is 100 the best? Like, are they starting from the best albums of all time? Like, because like that doesn't make any sense.
Lauryn Hill being number one is also no
Whew.
shade to Lauryn Hill. I
Oh,
love
you
that.
know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take the opportunity to do this. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is a great album,
Great
classic, classic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill deserves all the Grammys that it won. If I'm gonna be
Really,
completely honest, I think it's a good album. That album might not crack my top 30.
it wouldn't top crack mine either.
My top 30.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That album is good,
Mhm.
but the way that people talk about that album, that's why she be showing up late to concerts. Y'all got her thinking this is the greatest album to ever come out.
Crazy.
I would show up late to concerts too if this is what y'all thought about my
She
one
made the second
album.
album. Did you
Huh?
see? She's gonna make
What?
a second album.
Yeah, I don't want that. We good.
Like, damn, I didn't realize she didn't have more than one album.
She got the Fuji stuff, which people like
Like
to point out. She got the Fuji's, the Fuji. Yeah, she
on
does.
her own.
She has one solo album.
That's crazy.
Like y'all wouldn't give no other artist a pass like that. The way y'all give Lauryn Hill a pass. Y'all got all this shit to say about Beyonce. All this shit to say about fucking Meg Thee Stallion. All this shit to say about all of these artists.
Wait,
Lauryn
was
Hill
Bruno
got
Mars
one
on this
album.
list? Sorry, I just thought was Bruno Mars on the top 100?
Oh no, we're not gonna do that. We listen. I don't want this to turn into.
Okay, that's all I wanted
I've been accused of being a Bruno Mars stan, even though I just like the music personally. I don't care about what Bruno's doing. If he snowed a little powder, that's cool with me. I don't
on
care.
him. That's his business.
Cause y'all can't tell me that shit wasn't heat with Silk Sonic. Y'all think they did that sober? Y'all think they did that
That's
sober?
not the type of music you make sober.
You think Anderson .Paak is wearing them wigs because they're sober? It's not a sober decision. Okay. Was the music good?
Anyways, I just wanted to know that. Sorry.
No Bruno on there either.
That's crazy.
No, not even doo-wops. Oh,
Crazy. That's crazy.
even
Anyway.
that's why yeah, I'm gonna leave it alone. I personally think that I need somebody to make it. One of my TikTok people that I follow, and like we mutuals. I need one of them to make it. So one of them have a voice in these rooms. Cause I'm probably not gonna make it because the shit I be saying, but I need one of y'all to make it. I need one of y'all to make it because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, we need some more representation up in there, but crazy.
Crazy.
Crazy, 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 crazy.
Crazy. Um, where am I going to go with this? Let's pivot to what TV shows have you been watching lately?
Man, I'm watching Suits. Have you watched that?
I have not.
It's so good. It's
You're-
old, but it's so good. Like I'm late to the game with that one. That shit is good. And then on Apple TV, because my subscription about to go. So I'm trying to, squeeze in as much as I can. Because I'm
Don't you
not
have a
watching
year?
Apple TV. No, it's like 6 months. I think I got like 2 months left of it. So Loot with Maya Rudolph.
I watched that.
Loot is good. I really like that.
It's funny.
What the fuck? It's called something door prize or something. It's
I
it
don't
was
know what
like a
that
machine.
means.
A machine showed up in their town, and the machine would tell you your fate, like what your job title or whatever it should be. That was good. Season 2 just dropped of that, so I'm trying to watch that. But I've been really just watching Suits. I love Suits. It's so good. Ugh.
Mm,
What are you watching?
nothing but basketball.
Nothing. Oh, boo.
I rewatched like the Bad Boys movies again. This is
I
like
need to do that.
my second time rewatching the movies again in like the past 2 months.
There's 3 or there's 4?
Three.
Okay, yeah. So I just need to watch the third one.
And then the fourth one comes out like in a couple months or
Mhm.
June.
Next month. Next month.
Yeah, so I'm watching that. I watched the Vince Staples show, which is
I
funny.
haven't watched it yet.
It's funny.
I just feel like I haven't been in the mood to watch it.
You know what's crazy about that show?
Hmm.
There's not like a joke told.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, this is funny because like this is what black people go through. Like,
Hmm.
but there's not like jokes told. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like no comedian like, like what is it called? Surreal?
Hmm.
Like that's what it's like. It's like it's not a joke being told though.
It's funny because you can understand it. It's relatable, or is it funny because it's like
Well,
are the
it's not
situations
relatable because
funny?
I'm not no gangbanger, you know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Well, not relate. Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to get that out there because you out here saying you saying it's relatable, and I'm like, well,
Like I'm
no,
saying because you're well aware about certain.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like we all know people like the people
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
there, like there's like a bank episode where they rob a bank
I've
where
seen that
people,
a clip from that.
and then you just think of people that like you can see doing this,
Yeah. I'm
and
like
it's funny, or people we know who've done some stupid shit, like
Mhm.
put me and my brother in a situation where
Okay,
we
we're not doing that.
threatened.
We're not doing that. Not doing that. Skip on over.
Can't believe that nigga.
Skip over
Still mad
that
about that shit to this
part.
day.
Skip over that part.
Can't believe that nigga didn't. Nigga
Anyway,
we were parked by police station.
listen,
Anyways,
life, life.
good show, Vince Staples show. I've been trying to watch a lot of movies that people are saying are like classic movies though.
Same,
And I'm
same.
gonna let y'all know a lot of the movies that people are saying are classics do not age well.
Man, we oh my god, we just watched Clueless with the girls because Leah never seen it, and when I tell you, Paul Rudd's character was in college,
College
and
and
yeah,
her
the girls were
stepbrother.
like, ew, and I was like, this is fucking disgusting.
They're stepbrothers and sisters, right?
Yeah, even
Yeah.
though the parents broke up, but still, it's just
Still.
weird. And I'm like, this is kind of a problem. this I'm like, these classic movies just do not sit well in 2024.
And we watch like with my students, we watch movies every Wednesday.
Mhm.
Uh y'all be labeling these movies PG. They ain't PG.
At all.
Fucking Back to the Future ain't PG.
There's a lot of crazy shit.
Goonies
I
ain't
mean,
PG.
yeah. When you're older and understand, because obviously kids aren't gonna get it, but watching it as an adult, I'm like, this is insane.
No, those movies, they were cussing. They saying the words.
I think you could say every word except for fuck.
Yeah, they were saying it.
And I don't know, maybe bitch, but they say everything else. They say ass. They say shit. They say hell. Yeah.
So we're like,
yeah, but I've been trying to go back and watch classics, especially like the classic black movies. You know, trying to
even those. Whew.
it's a lot. It's a lot. It's hard to watch black trauma. I just, you know, all these love stories root from black trauma. I'm like, can we get one normal ass movie, please?
I rewatched Love and Basketball.
I don't need to rewatch that.
The more and more I rewatch that movie, the more and more I'm like, how are y'all saying this is a love story? Like, it's a good movie, not a love story, guys.
Do I think it's realistic? Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I think it's a love story to niggas who have been through that. Because
I don't even know it's realistic, because realistically, especially if this is taking place in the early 2000s, realistically, your girl's career, like at the end of the movie, is not going to be enough to support your family.
Oh yeah.
The WNBA is not enough. Granted, his dad did play in the NBA.
If we're talking about the pay,
especially the early 2000s,
they weren't getting nothing.
They were not getting that cheese like that. Yeah. They just started getting paid.
I was gonna say they're just starting to get recognition in 2024. So,
granted, you know, there's other reasons why, but let's just calm it down. Brown Sugar is good. It aged good.
Brown Sugar, yeah.
The Wood, same thing.
Love The Wood.
One
of my favorites.
What other one did I watch? Baby Boy, not so much. And you know, I watched Baby Boy clean so much, like the clean version on BET.
Yeah, BT.
I forget. Like, I'm like, oh shit, like that did happen.
Yeah.
He did walk around butt ass naked.
Butt ass naked.
Like, you forget.
Oh my god, you know what movie I tried to watch but could not stomach through it?
What?
The American Society of Magical Negroes.
Why the fuck will you?
I tried to watch it. I couldn't do it. I said, "Oh, you."
The nigga in the movie.
He was 7 minutes in, and I said, "Oh, I can't watch this." I tried, and I couldn't do it.
That check must have been fantastic for David Allen Greer to do that.
That's the only reason why I wanted to watch it, because I'm a big fan of David, Mr. David. And I said, I know he ain't in here doing this shit.
That check had to be fantastic. Because
it's a terrible movie.
Why in the fuck would y'all make a movie of us basically being nice to white people to make them feel comfortable?
I get the satire behind it.
I don't.
But I think that was a poor choice. And
the nigga who stars in it was like, y'all just don't understand. You have to watch the movie. No, we understand. That's the problem. The whole premise.
I tried. I couldn't get through it.
Have you watched American Fiction yet?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting for it to go on streaming, because when I try to watch
it is on streaming.
No, it's not.
I think it is.
For free?
You can't pay $2.
Damn, you know that. Look, I support Black artists.
It's $3.99, nigga.
On what?
On Amazon.
And watching a month is gonna be for free.
I can give you $3.99. It ain't that fucking deep, nigga. It's $3.99. My card is on it. Just charge my card. Jesus, it's $3.99. This is black people. This is the problem. This is the problem with black people. It's $3.99. She's like, I'm gonna just wait till it's free. It's $3.99, guys.
I'm gonna watch it though. I am gonna watch it. I heard
it's a great movie.
Yeah,
great movie.
Some of my favorite actors are in there. So
all good actors are in there. Issa's in there.
I love Sterling K. Brown.
Sterling K. Brown's in there. Great performance. He's a actor. What's her name from Living Single?
Erica
Alexander's in there.
Jeffrey Wright.
Tracy fucking Wright.
Yeah.
That man. He can act.
I'm gonna watch it. I started it. I was watching it on the little sites.
All right, stop. We're gonna stop you there. Not this nigga saying I illegally watched a black movie while we sitting here trying to promote.
I did not say illegally. I said I watched it on a site. You just said it. Some people don't know what the sites are, Jamal. Okay.
Well, I tell you this: anytime somebody says the sites, they're either talking about porn or illegal movies. Which one are you talking about? When I say sites, I'm talking about a different type. So, what are you talking about?
Well, anyways, I started watching the movie. I didn't get to finish because the quality wasn't great, and I didn't want to watch the movie in bad quality. So I said, I'm just gonna wait.
Oh, she said she didn't want to watch the movie because she wanted to pay for it. But you know what? I just found out. I didn't know people actually have porn addictions.
Jamal, be for real.
Because I always thought like, yo, you can just like exit.
It's an addiction.
Because I'm like,
addiction.
As a person who like only consumes when I need to release some tension, let's just say.
Right.
I didn't know that there are people who just watch it and don't.
Yeah.
So I saw it on TikTok. Some dude was talking about his addiction that he had that messed up his relationship, and I'm sitting there thinking like he talking about drugs. He was talking about porn. I was like,
porn.
It's porn?
Real. People can be addicted to anything.
Yeah, but I didn't know people just watched it just to like watch. I'm like, what the fuck? Their acting ain't that good. Okay. All right. It's not that good.
Not a stellar performance.
It's not one that I'm like, you deserve an Oscar.
Yeah, no, people be addicted to everything. It's wild.
It blows my mind that some of the stuff that people are addicted to. It's just the thing. It's like the same thing with like people who are like, oh, I'm being bullied online. I'm like, get offline. And I know it's easy for me to say as somebody, but I'm like, I'm a millennial who grew up in like the time we didn't have like technology like that.
Yeah.
So I know how to just get offline. If all you know is online, I guess it's hard.
Yeah.
Like all your friends you actually met online. I'm like, oh, that's a little different than like. So I get it.
We're in a day and age where these new generations, like, internet is everything. It's wild because we grew up first, and like internet was around, but it wasn't like, YouTube was barely just starting to pop off.
YouTube and now didn't start till I was like in high school.
I was in middle school, and I remember watching. Never mind. But YouTube used to be popping when it didn't have no.
What video you're about to say? You're sick. You're sick. You are.
Like, YouTube used to have no restrictions. YouTube.
We might have to cut that out.
Every middle school kid was watching that video. I would just like to point that out. If you grew up in early 2000s, you've seen the video. But yeah, these kids nowadays, internet, like, they were born, they're 2 years old, and their mommy gives them a tablet to go on the fucking internet. Like, it's a different lifestyle. So yeah,
all these kids, like, their work is online.
Which I was about to go on a whole rant. I do not get why they have Chromebooks in classes.
I understand.
I don't think it's necessary.
I understand why I have it. I don't understand why you make all their work online, especially if you make them get the physical math books, the physical English books. So what's the point of them having the Chromebook then?
Yeah.
If you're not going to put that.
These kids' backpacks are so heavy. They have to carry so much shit. I'm like, oh my God, what is happening?
They don't use lockers like how either. I'm like, why do y'all have lockers? You're just only using them for PE clothes.
Yeah, it's so fucking odd. Anyways, the school systems are weird. But yeah, see, and now I got side. Anyways, yeah, these kids nowadays, internet is everything. It's everything.
Yeah, and it's weird. The thing is weird too is that, like, because of social media, these kids are seeing stuff.
Yeah.
and we have to pretend like they're not seeing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So the stuff that's going on in the world, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, I have to pretend like my kids don't know what's going on
Mm-hmm.
in Gaza or
Mm-hmm.
in Congo or Sudan. We have to pretend like they don't know because I can't talk to them about these things.
Yeah.
We're not supposed to give our opinions on anything. Sometimes it slips up and I do,
Yeah.
but it's weird because I'm like, I know these kids are seeing this. They're
Mm-hmm.
on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're seeing it.
And that's a big difference too, because we weren't like, when all political shit was going on, we weren't like, it wasn't popping up for us because that's not, it just wasn't popping up on our TV shows and stuff. Like, we didn't have internet to scroll through like that. So now these kids are learning way more than what I was learning at
I mean, we
10,
had
11.
internet, we just didn't have everything be so tech based.
Yeah.
So it's very weird. Like, it's also weird that like somebody can see all these ads for Trump, for instance, right? And I don't see any of them.
Mm-hmm. Me either. It's crazy.
And they're like, "Oh, I'm seeing all this stuff about Trump." I'm like, I don't see any of that. But that's
Yeah.
what they're getting. That's what
And
they're.
it's fucking crazy. We're supposed to vote this year. This is like the least amount of you know how usually, what is it called? Like, when they're always promoting the election and stuff. I haven't seen none of that shit this year.
Propaganda.
Yeah, thank you. I haven't seen nothing this year. Like, it's been very low.
Well, I've seen stuff. It's just, oh shit, I don't agree with.
Mhm. Yeah, 2024 has been interesting.
I don't like when people say like, well, if you don't vote for Biden, you're like,
Just a vote
you're
for Trump.
you're basic. I'm like, I understand not voting for Biden means Trump's probably going to win.
Hmm.
But when people are saying like, nah, I don't want to vote for Biden, they're not saying that they want Trump. They
Hmm.
don't like Biden because of what he's supporting.
Hmm.
And what I keep telling people is neither one of the sides are supporting what we believe in.
Exactly.
You know, people just keep pointing to Biden. I'm like, that's very true.
Hmm.
Trump's the same way.
Hmm.
In fact, he's probably worse
Hmm.
because he's talking about making sure like the protests aren't allowed on campuses. That's a
Hmm.
felony at his like little rallies.
Yeah.
But they're both bad.
Yeah.
We're seeing in real time like, oh, our government don't give a shit.
And then we're supposed to vote on it. Like, which one should we? It's fucking twisted, and I hate that we.
I hate when people tell me that I don't see what's going on. I don't know what I'm talking about. Nigga, I just saw a video. I'm seeing video of the people from there showing me what is going on. We're seeing it. So you here in America can't tell me what's going on over there. We
Mhm.
are seeing it. Yeah, Instagram suppresses that shit. Guess who doesn't?
Heavy
TikTok.
TikTok. And guess what they were trying to ban? TikTok.
TikTok.
Yeah, shit is
And then
crazy.
you see where all the funding is coming from.
Mhm.
They tell people like, "Oh, you guys aren't educated." Well, niggas got educated. Y'all wanted us to be educated, right? We're educated, and now we're using our resources that y'all tell us to use, and we're
Yep.
saying, "Oh, Democrats and Republicans both got funding from Israel."
Hmm. I
Hmm.
wonder why. Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's twisted. It's so fucking twisted. I'm like, this is such a weird year to even be having to vote for a new president
I mean,
because
they're all weird years. Like even the first time I elected, well, I didn't say we elected
I'm like,
Biden.
okay, big boss.
You know that power I got in my
Make
studio
shit
apartment.
happen.
When we voted for Biden the first time, we were saying the same shit we're saying now.
Literally having this
We are
conversation.
like, I don't want to vote for this man, but Trump is terrible.
Yeah.
And that's probably what I'm probably going to vote for Biden because Trump is terrible.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, it's like, fuck. Great.
But I just don't want people to think I support Biden. I don't. I just
Yeah.
don't want Trump in office because one is trying to literally change the fucking Constitution.
Lit-
That plan the Republicans got is fucking terrible.
yeah.
Like they're trying to pass shit that like you don't need to be fucking college educated to be like a counselor or a
Yeah.
therapist and stuff.
Yeah. The
Just a
fuck?
pastor
So
who's
crazy.
religious. What the fuck?
So fucking
What
crazy.
the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like
uh,
what? Oh, yeah, because religion has always helped us before, right, guys?
Right.
Religion is the reason why slavery fucking happened. How about that?
Okay now.
One of the reasons, because racism is another, but
Yeah.
they
Cap.
don't allow y'all to do anything, but they allow y'all to fucking be religious.
Mm-hmm.
You can't read or write, but you could be religious.
Amen. Praise God.
God got you though.
Yeah.
What?
Fucking crazy.
It's fucking crazy. I
Yeah.
can't stand the Knicks. I might have to cut that whole section out. We're gonna leave it in. Fuck it.
Fuck it. People know you watching this. You watch us, you know how we feel about this shit. Like it's not a surprise.
The crazy thing is, most of the people who are following the YouTube are following because of music content.
Yeah, I know.
And they're following because, music content,
Yeah.
basically.
They stumble over here, they're like, whoa.
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 Wait a minute. This is his real opinions? This is how I used to talk on TikTok, guys. So I got fucking in trouble. But you got anything else?
I was gonna say we should just end it right here.
Yeah, because I said a lot that I have to edit. And we're not about to jeopardize our jobs now.
We've said a lot, but
But vote who you want to vote in. They're both trash.
Yeah.
If you're voting because of race or because one person doesn't like Black people or gays or trans or whatever, you are a piece of shit. If you think what's happening to the people in Gaza, Congo, Sudan, like Eritrea, all over the fucking world, you're also a piece of shit. If you're justifying all these things by what happened on October 7th, you're a piece of shit because the shit has been happening for 80 years. Okay? Your mama sucks. She should have swallowed you.
Okay.
And
well,
we are done. We will see y'all if we are not fired from our jobs. We will see y'all next week. Bye.